The reservation stretched before me, vast and silent. The land seemed to go on forever, an endless expanse of sand and rock untouched by time. It was as if the very earth held its breath, waiting for something to happen. The silence was profound, almost deafening, broken only by the occasional whisper of the wind. The moon, a silver coin in the black sky, cast long, eerie shadows from the scrub and rock formations. Its light was both beautiful and haunting, illuminating the landscape in a ghostly glow. The shadows seemed to dance and shift, creating an otherworldly atmosphere that was both mesmerizing and unsettling. It was a night that felt alive with secrets. The air, crisp and cool, carried the scent of sagebrush and something else. Something ancient and unsettling. It was a smell that spoke of history, of stories long forgotten and spirits that still roamed the land. The wind whispered through the vegetation, carrying with it the echoes of the past. It was a reminder that this land was old, far older than I could comprehend. This was Navajo land, and I, a visitor from the neon-lit world of Las Vegas, was about to learn a terrifying truth. The contrast between the bright lights of the city and the dark, mysterious desert was stark. Here, under the Navajo moon, I felt a sense of vulnerability, as if the land itself was watching me. I was an outsider, stepping into a world that was not my own, and I could feel the weight of its history pressing down on me. The night was filled with a sense of anticipation, as if something was about to reveal itself. Little did I know, the journey I was about to embark on would change me forever. My name is Zach Bagans, and I've spent my life seeking out the unexplained. I've been in haunted houses, graveyards and battlefields, but nothing prepared me for the raw, primal fear I felt that night. I was there to investigate stories, legends whispered around campfires and shrouded in secrecy, legends of the Skinwalkers. The stories started subtly. A rancher mentioned his cattle acting strangely, moving with unnatural speed. A park ranger described finding animal carcasses drained of blood and grotesquely positioned. Each tale told with a mix of fear and reverence added to the growing unease in my gut. I was driving back to my campsite, the vastness of the desert pressing in on all sides. The headlights cut through the darkness, illuminating the dirt road ahead. Then I saw them. 2 points of light, glowing an unnatural yellow, far off in the distance. They watched me, unblinking, as I drove. Section 5, frozen with fear. I stopped the truck, heart pounding in my chest. The hair on the back of my neck stood on end. The eyes remained fixed on me. I tried to rationalize, to explain them away as reflections, but deep down, I knew better. Something was out there. Something ancient and evil, and it was watching me. Section 6, Legend Becomes Terror. The stories I had heard about skinwalkers flooded my mind. Shapeshifters, witches, evil beings that could take on the form of any animal they chose. They were said to be harbingers of death, their presence a curse upon the land. And I, an outsider, had stumbled into their domain. Section 7, Racing the Sunrise. I threw the truck into gear and sped away, the engine roaring in the stillness of the night. The desert was a vast, empty expanse, and the only sound was the growl of the engine and the crunch of gravel beneath the tires. The darkness was almost suffocating, wrapping around the truck like a thick blanket. I could feel the tension in my muscles, my hands gripping the steering wheel tightly as I navigated the winding dirt road. Every shadow, every flicker of movement in the periphery of my vision sent a jolt of fear through me. The night was alive with unseen dangers, and my mind raced with thoughts of what could be lurking just beyond the reach of my headlights. The road seemed to stretch on forever, an endless ribbon of uncertainty. I kept my eyes focused ahead, trying to ignore the creeping sense of dread that threatened to overwhelm me. I didn't slow down until the first rays of dawn painted the sky with the promise of a new day. The transformation was almost magical, the darkness giving way to a brilliant display of colors. The sky shifted from deep blues to vibrant oranges and pinks. and the desert landscape was bathed in a warm golden light. It was as if the world had been reborn, and with it, a sense of hope and renewal filled my heart. The fear that had gripped me throughout the night began to fade, replaced by a feeling of triumph. I had raced the sunrise and won, and now a new day lay ahead, full of possibilities. Section 8. Never Forgotten. I left the reservation that day, forever changed by my experience. The air was thick with an unspoken tension, a palpable sense of the unknown that clung to me like a shadow. As I drove away, the landscape seemed to stretch endlessly, a vast expanse of secrets and stories untold. The memory of those glowing eyes, piercing through the darkness, is etched into my mind. They were not just the eyes of an animal, they held an intelligence, a malevolence that sent chills down my spine. The feeling of being hunted still haunts me. Every rustle of leaves, every snap of a twig brings back that night. The sense of an unseen presence, always watching, always waiting, is something I can never shake off. I have faced down my fears in many dark corners of the world, from abandoned asylums to haunted mansions. Each place has its own story, its own ghosts, but none have left a mark as deep as the one I encountered under the Navajo sky. But nothing compares to the raw terror I felt under the Navajo moon. The moonlight cast eerie shadows, turning the familiar into the unknown. Every sound was amplified, every movement a potential threat. It was a night where the line between reality and nightmare blurred. The Skinwalkers are more than just a legend. They are a chilling reminder of the ancient forces that still roam this earth. These beings, with their ability to transform and deceive, are a testament to the power of the old ways, the traditions that have been passed down through generations. They are a chilling reminder that there are some forces in this world that are best left undisturbed. The wind whispers their stories, the land bears their marks, and those who encounter them are forever changed. As I continue my journey, I carry with me the lessons learned, the respect for the unknown, and the understanding that some mysteries are not meant to be solved, but simply respected.